When you guys got here, were you just a little bit afraid that we were going to do musical comedy? You said you love that? You and I are on opposite sides of this argument. To me, musical comedy is one of the most effective forms of contraception. So, someone tell Neil Ghosh I said that. Okay, that was just for comics. Hi guys, how's it going? Okay, so mediocre. Cool. I live in New York now, but I actually just spent 10 years living in Los Angeles. Yeah, I know. Los Angeles, 10 years. I talk about it like I did time in prison. I did 10 years. 10 years.
But you're out.
But I'm out now. But here's the thing, 10 years in LA is a long time. The only thing I got out of it was Botox and an unnatural understanding of what natural beauty means. And I've been to Lebanon, so. That joke is for Arabs. Thank you so much. You guys are all, how many Middle Eastern people are here tonight? Woo! Yeah, okay, 3, cool. It's more than normal. Super fun. I love being back in New York, but it's a little intense for me, I'm not gonna lie. Have you guys been to New York? Yeah, do you know the stereotypes of New York City? Yeah, like it's the Big Apple, it's a concrete jungle, the big city. You know, if you can make it there, you come from generational wealth. New York City. I say if you can make it there, leave. If you can make it in New York City, it's because you're a race trader who has a secret family in New Jersey. And you are probably the CEO of a company that specializes in wage theft. That's who can make it in New York, sociopaths. LA is fun. New York is the city that doesn't sleep. And I'm like, okay, babe, take a Xanax. We have the technology. You know why it's a city that doesn't sleep? Cocaine. Everybody's on it. The city runs on amphetamines and insider trading. That's how New York functions. I miss Los Angeles just because everybody I've met in Los Angeles is chill. Like, everyone I've ever met, I'm sure Boston is similar. Like, everyone I've met in LA just wants to smoke some weed and, like, write a funny comedy script. Right? Everyone I'm meeting in New York City is in ketamine therapy, just trying to solve their childhood trauma. It's great. Is that also Boston?
Yeah.
Great, not moving here. Cool. Good to know. I went to one party in Brooklyn, and that radicalized me against my own generation. I'll explain. I was at this party that my friend was throwing. His name is Lenny. You don't need to know that. That's just for one person in this audience. Yeah. So I was at this party, and I was talking to this girl, and she was telling me how she decided she needed to, like, take a break from capitalism. Which in my house is called being unemployed. I don't know if you guys know this, but as a stand-up comic, I'm taking a break from capitalism by moving in with my parents. I was talking to this other guy at this party, and he was telling me he was exploring his trauma, like, through unconventional means, which I was like, oh, cool, tell me more. And then he was like, oh, I'm learning how to juggle in French. And I said, tell me less. I was like, please tell me you forgot the word mime. I don't know, like, please. And then his friend was talking to me. He was telling me that he's actually one of the head writers at SNL. So I had to go back up to him and be like, so tell me more about fruggling. So interesting. I went to that one party in Brooklyn, and I was like, I think millennials did enough therapy. I think millennials did all the therapy and we're good. Look, I'm pro-therapy, I'm pro-therapy, and this is where I lose everyone immediately. I'm pro-therapy. I just feel like millennials have forgotten the value of violence. Thank you. All right, I'll work on that one. Great. I drove to New York from Los Angeles when I moved, because I no longer trust Boeing. I did that drive with my little sister. I should have taken the flight. Listen. She's great, but I didn't know this about her. I'm an elder daughter. Are there elder daughters here? Yeah? Do you guys hear that? That's responsibility. Yeah. I drove with my little sister. She's a nervous driver. She was erratic. She was like looking over her shoulder. I was like, who's back there? Israelis? Like. That one's also for my Arab. Don't worry, I'll come for you too. I left LA for several reasons. One is because in Los Angeles I don't get catcalled nearly enough. And as a woman, it was a problem. I was starting to feel safe. Wild. Okay, dark comedy, some of you. No, the real reason is because I went through a breakup. Don't feel bad for me. Don't feel bad for me. I left that breakup with property. Thank you so much. Ladies, we did it. Feminism. Real estate. I don't own my ex. That would be weird. Yeah, I don't practice modern day slavery. Who do I look like? Dubai?
California.
Okay. Listen, I will update that joke. This just happened. I should have said California. You know what? You're right. I'll write that down. My ex and I, we were in an open relationship. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, he went, oh, God. Sir, what do you have against open relationships? He did make eye contact really quickly with her, by the way. Just no. Oh, all relationships. Oh, okay, I can fuck with that. Sorry? You are a strong, independent person. You're interrupting my show, but you're a strong, Good for you, babes. For those of you who don't know what an open relationship is, it's like I'm a Saudi prince. It's like I'm in a relationship, but at any moment you can disappear. You know what I mean? And it was great. My ex and I, we actually lived together. That was super fun. But we broke up because we realized we had like a lot of just incompatibilities. And I want to get into them, but I need your permission because we're going to talk about some kinky stuff tonight, you guys. All right, I love that you guys are on board vocally. You're on board just with the tip of your brain. All right, let's go. Okay, well, here's the thing. So my ex and I we weren't super compatible sexually because, I guess I was just a bit more experienced than he was. I had my sexual awakening pretty young, okay? I was maybe 12 or 13, and I was in Syria at the time. I'm from there. I wasn't just where should I go? To explore this. I was in Syria, and I was taking a taxi, and I don't know if you guys know much about the Middle East, but in the Middle East, the roads are rubble, and the speed limit is imaginary. So when I got into the taxi, essentially I got inside a gas-powered vibrator, just all the way to my destination. Ladies, I got to several destinations that day. Man. Yeah, the driver was like, ma'am, we're arriving. I was like, so am I. So between me and my ex, I just have more experience. He's just more romantic. You know, he can't come unless you're looking him in the eyes and stroking his back and telling him you love him. Guys, are you listening to the women giggle? And listen, that's fine. That part, it's okay. It's okay to be romantic. It's okay to be a virgin. That's fine. It's just that, I can't come unless you smack me directly in the face. We just were a little bit disconnected. We'd argue about weird, he would be like, Laura, clean up your hair, it gets everywhere. And I'd be like, yeah, I do that for you. I leave my hair out so you can collect it and make a little voodoo doll. And then you can make me do weird sex stuff. And then he would just be like, oh, like, just clean it up, it gets caught in the Roomba. And I'd be like, good, the Roomba goes too fast. Where does it have to be? Where does it have to go? What appointments is it trying to make? Also, if my voodoo hair gets caught in the Roomba, let's see what different positions I can get in. You know what I mean? What, only men can fuck vacuums? Okay. I've been exploring a lot more fantasy, which has always been a part of my life. When I was little, it was Lord of the Rings. Growing up, and like even now, I play D&D. Thank you. And of course, that's not stopped just at the tabletop. It's gone into the bedroom. Yeah, I've been exploring kink. You guys into BDSM? Cool. Cool. Some of you pulled back. I don't care. The more I explore kink, the more I worry that I'm not a feminist. Okay. Right, sis? Oh my god, yes. Truly, I was like, I mean, do I even want control over my body? It's kind of a turn off. In certain moments, I've lost a lot of people. Listen, I am a feminist. I am. I found out while exploring BDSM that I'm a sub, which is the person in the bedroom who gets like told what to do. And it's actually really hard for me because I'm also very lazy. So I'm like, don't tell me to do anything. You know? But parts of the sub lifestyle work really well for me, like bondage. Great, because I'm all tied up. I'm like, I can't do anything. You do it all. But then some parts are like, not so great. Like my dom will be like, get on top. And I'll be like, no. I don't want to exercise. But you guys, like, I found a way to make my excuses kind of sexy. So he'll be like, get on top. And I'll be like, and how much trouble do I get in if I don't? When we first met, he told me to pick a safe word, which is like the thing that you say when you want things to slow down or stop if things are getting a little too hot and heavy or going into too many places. And he was like, you can pick whatever you want. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah, I trust you. And I was like, that's your fault. So when we first met, he's like, tell me your safe word so I know it. And I was like, okay, here it is. What will the church say? He said no. Yeah, he was like, that can't be your safe word. And I was like, you're not fun. But then he was like, just make it one word and make it simple. So I was like, fine, okay, but I kept it on brand. And you guys can have this. My safe word is repent. It's an amazing safe word. I'm going to tell you guys a quick story before I get out of here, and it's kind of embarrassing, but at this point. Who cares? So a couple months ago, I tried to be a little bit more environmentally friendly, and I did that by switching from using pads and tampons to using a cup. Yeah. Men, are you following? That's what I thought. Independent man. Okay. No, this is an educational moment for you. Approximately once a month. A woman will need like a reason to capture blood. And a cup is exactly what it sounds like. It does that. It's a flexible silicone cup that you can put inside and it'll catch all the blood. And I do have to specify that it's flexible because I was explaining this to an audience once and a guy afterwards came up to me horrified. And I found out he thought I was just talking about a shot glass. I was like, do you think I go to the bar? I'm like, just the glass, please. Throwing a vampire party, you know what I mean? No, but here's what they don't tell you about the cup, ladies. If it's your first time using it, you might not know how to insert it correctly, so it gets lost. Mhm. Inside of you. And that's what happened. But at the time that this all happened, I was still living with my ex. So I was like, he knows me intimately. I can give him a call and he can help me out. Like, I'm not going to the ER for this, you know? And normally when it comes to my period, like, I don't let my boyfriend anywhere near that. I don't. Like, I just don't want to teach men how to get bloodstains out of anything. Just in case. But this time I was like, he knows me intimately. He can help. And so I called him and I was like, can you come to the bathroom? I need your help finding something. And he did help me out, and he was so sweet about it. Like, he didn't make fun of me or anything. It was the first time in years he's fingered me, but it was the But the problem with that is that, like, also I'm still a comic, so as I was laying on the ground and he was helping me find the cup, I had the thought, what if this is how I propose? Right? What if he finds it, he pulls the cup out, and there's a ring inside? All of a sudden, I'm on one knee, and I'm like, baby, I got you a blood diamond. It's my time, you guys. I'm going